My first guest is a 4-time Emmy Award winning actor. You know him from many, many films, including The Birdcage, Quiz Show, and Godzilla, plus television shows such as Friends, Mad About You, and Huff, and also as a star of one of the longest-running and greatest programs in television history, The Simpsons. He is currently starring in the Broadway show The Farnsworth Invention. Please welcome the one and only Hank Azaria. Hank Azaria! How you doing, man?
My first standing O. Thank you very much.
I would think you get that everywhere you go.
No.
Not
very
that
rare.
often?
Not even at home.
That's amazing. People, I've seen it before. People freak out. I once saw you at a movie theater, and a lot of people just came over.
You stalking me or something?
Maybe. People just all flocked to you as soon as you walked in. They were so excited to see you.
What movie was this?
Union Square, 13th and Broadway. I don't remember the film.
And what were you doing? Were you following me? I don't know.
No, I've never done that. So I'm reading your intro. I mean, it's mind-boggling. It's incredible the amount of stuff that you've done. It's amazing. I mean, did you always know this was your calling? Did you know when you were a kid this is what you wanted to do?
Not really, no. I always just imitated everything. I didn't realize till much later in life that meant I probably wanted to be in show business since I memorized every TV show and comedy album I ever heard.
Did you really?
Yeah.
Did you know that you were really good when you were a kid? Like, did you realize how good of a mimic you were?
No, I thought everybody could do it.
Did you really?
Yeah, I didn't realize that not everybody could sound exactly like everything they heard.
Did you get in trouble?
I thought everybody else was retarded, pretty much.
Did you get in trouble in school because of that? Like, were you doing stuff with teachers?
Hi, I see friends here. Yeah, no, teachers don't really appreciate it when you mimic them exactly the way they sound.
Yeah,
they don't like it.
They probably wouldn't. So after high school, and you went on to Tufts University.
Oh yes.
Was the plan going in? Okay, I'm going to be an actor. I'm going to study acting, or were you just sort of?
Yeah, by the time I went to college, I did think I might want to be an actor, but my parents forced me to go to school, and I was interested in psychology, journalism, and theater at that point. But I ended up spending every waking hour in the theater.
So I guess you don't regret pursuing psychology. Is that what you're trying to say?
No, although I figured fully I'd be back in grad school by the time I was 25. I just figured I'd be regretted if I never gave acting a shot. I never thought I'd actually get any work.
And right out of the gate, you started booking stuff. What was your first acting gig?
Well, my first acting gig I actually got in high school. I auditioned for a commercial for Italian television, and I got it. I thought this is the very first audition I ever went on. I thought this is easy. What's the problem? Show business. Didn't work again for many years. It's true.
What did you have to do? I mean, were you speaking? I'm assuming in English.
I didn't even say anything. I was just kicking a soccer ball around some schoolyard in the village, and they filmed it. And then I don't know what it had to do with the bubble gum we were selling. I have no idea. I really don't.
Were you sure it was like a TV commercial, not some guys?
It could have been some. I don't know.
Kick the ball harder. You know.
Could have been some guy's private video library. I don't know.
Maybe. I don't know. So, did you ever? I've read online. I read in some sources say you were a stand-up comic. Other places said you were not.
No, I was. Well, they're both correct. I was a stand-up very briefly in L.A. for like a year, but I was absolutely horrible, and it was completely accidental, if you can believe that.
Accidental that you?
I did improvisational comedy, and we had written some sketches, and I had like 5 minutes of material left over, and I thought for a lark it would be fun to go to an open mic night at a comedy club, which I did, which to me was the equivalent of like jumping out of an airplane. It's like, this will be terrifying. Let's just do that. And then I didn't realize it was an audition situation, and I got hired.
Oh, wow. So you were good. You were better than you thought.
I was okay. I was good enough to get hired, but those were literally my first 3 minutes on stage as a stand-up.
Right.
And then I proceeded to stink almost every night after that. It really was horrible. And I went up at the Comedy Store in L.A. at like, you'd have like, your slot would be 1:21 in the morning.
Right.
And I never once got through my act, and I use the term very loosely. I would just try to deflect the rabble. They would yell, and I had no game. I wasn't an insult comic.
Right.
And the older stand-ups took pity on me after all and gave me a few lines to deflect hecklers. They did.
Do you remember?
Yeah, I remember. I'm sure they were my lifeline. I would say, sir, please, this is my job. I don't bother you when you're working. When you're on your knees at the bus station, and the men's room at the bus station, I don't say stuff to you.
Right.
See?